Alright, and we're back at it here. Game number 3 of the PlayVS Fortnite Trios playoff heats. Saints not necessarily have themselves a bad run so far here in these ones, but you can tell that it's definitely starting to irritate them just ever so slightly, considering they're just on the outside looking in regards to the excuse me, in regards to the playoffs as of right now, because of course, like I was saying before, they need to get that top 15 spot. They can move on into the playoffs. From what I'm being told, there is also a special spot for number 16, where they compare number 16s from both divisions, and whichever one is the better one also get to make it in. But why leave it to chance? Might as well just get yourself in that top 15 and get yourself nice and settled. In regards to the battle bus positioning, this time the west side was basically the first stop on the docket here, so I believe Juneyy was actually the first one out of the battle bus, just instantly dove forward, got to sit in their position, and oddly enough, even though it was the first spot, normally, like I would think that once you're the first person, or in that section's the first section that's going to get dropped in, then maybe a couple more teams will try and make a chance, try and make a different play. But actually not the case in the slightest. It looks like the Saints are nice and quiet and keeping things to themselves here at their west side location. But with the Storm getting ready to find its position, let's take a look and see what the Saints are up against this time by. Rightfully so, we are going to be the light green squad this time by. We do see a little bit of action over towards Sweaty Sands as per usual. Again, just two teams battling it out alongside a few others. Is it some familiar faces, I wonder? Let's take a look. Sure enough, it's going to be the same squad. Noms, Burrito, Green 1X, and the same people battling out here as well. You know what? We're going to hop in and take a look at them this time by. Is the action going through? We'll keep an eye on the Saints, but this is just one of the things happening in the background here between these two teams. Archer Mantica and Rocky alongside Hockey, Axe, and one other. Archer up in the top side there. Or no, it's Archer from the one team. I take a look at this one because this very well could mean something later on down the road. Unfortunate there for Rocky. He had the right idea. He wanted to blast that gas canister to cause a fire, but it did not quite position itself in a proper position to actually do so. Let's take a look and see exactly what's going on here. So both these teams still keeping themselves rather split up, rather safe. We see Mantica actually trying to make the move. A couple other players in the vicinity all falling as well. Rocky looking to make a move, but at the same time, Axe is also looking to make a move here with Crush onto possibly Archer. Archer wide open, taking a good chunk of shield damage, very low as well. About to get ganged up on. It looks like there is absolutely nowhere for Archer to go. Rocky gets taken down as well. Hockey's going to get taken down by Mantica, so we're going to have a bit of a one-for-one fight here as of this moment. And that's actually going to just be Mantica versus the world unless Archer is still alive. Archer is actually alive. Let's hop on through and see if we can find it. Looks like I was too little too late, as that was actually from the background. Do you see that little green arrow right there? Well, how about a solid third party from Laysix? He's going to steal that kill away from them. Beautifully done. Just have to find exactly where they were, but that's exactly best case scenario there from Laysix, as he's going to be able to get that final blow necessary, giving Saints a nice extra 2 points to start off this game. That was definitely pretty cool. I wanted to see what the action was going on nearby. I did not expect to see Laysix get aggressive, but I mean, he's got that purple scar. He knows he's got a good shot, and he damn well find the right one necessary to get that blow. I would be absolutely furious if I was Mantica or one of the players over there. With the Storm now moving in, let's take a look at our map once again. So Mantica and Rocky and Archer still alive here. I believe there was a reboot bus here, a reboot van as well, so even though Rocky did end up going down, able to bring him right back. We'll see if they want to opt to maybe make an aggressive move onto the Saints. It's a bit of a revenge play, but we're probably not going to see it. But as of right now, anyway, nobody really there to contest the Saints as of right now. We're going to see Laysix pick up the car and move on forward. Now we just have to worry about Noms, Green, 1X, and Burrito as we start making our way through. Let's do an arsenal check, why don't we, with our Saints squad. So we see the tactical shotgun there for Laysix, nice and blue. Is that a tuna? It was a fish of some sort. Didn't quite get the chance to check it out, but if past Fortnite metas tell me anything, it's that fish are friends as food. Okay, Juneyy has himself that purple shotty as well as a blue assault rifle, and again, Juneyy just seems to find all of these first aid meds. A little bit of extra shielding as well, looking nice and solid. Ciriuhs has himself fishy as well for a little bit of extra support. I believe that one gives him some shielding. Small potions for days, shotgun, and purple scar, all available there for him. Gonna opt against riding with his teammates as of this moment. Gonna let them take a look at the vicinity nice and quick. Juneyy gonna scout things out first. And marker place, it's gonna be Ciriuhs moving forward. Laysix is gonna pick up Juneyy probably in a second, get them all nice and close. And with everybody being in the safe zone for at least a little while, they can take their time. They could loot up and see what is going on with the rest of the field. I hear shots fired, but what is going on here? Oh, a little bit of sea creatures. Such just getting absolutely bodied. Gonna take some crafting materials there. Yeah, Saints are actually in a fantastic position to try and take this into the long game until a new challenger appears. We have AIM, ASIM, and the Mo. Double underscore coming in through to try and invade on some of the Saints' territory. And sure enough, crossbows in hand, they're going to really try and get a couple pot shots here at our Saints squad. However, third-party attempt here from another team. Huge shot, actually, here from AIM. Beautifully done, appropriately named. Going to absolutely smoke that player, knock him down. He's still down. There's absolutely nothing that they can do here. I'm trying to keep an eye at the Saints at the same time this is going down, and they are just going to straight up barrel into this team. They're going to take the fight to them. AIM didn't exactly get himself a good shot. Oh, and that's Derpy and the boys. Okay, that is going to make things extremely interesting here if this squad is able to take some of the fishing duo down alongside with Arrow with them as well. Mo taking a lot of heat here. AIM still trying to take care of Dylan is fishing, but he's going to take the high ground on them. We know this fishing duo is extremely dangerous in regards to eliminations. I think it was a Derpy we found with multiple triple kills. But Derpy's actually going to be the first one down. AIM did take them down. Just not afraid in the slightest to go point blank here. Dylan is about to go down, and leaders are falling early in Game 3. Had appropriate little dance there for AIM. Nicely done in their regard. Anyway, with that action happening up there, definitely going to be a game changer later on with the fishing duo and Arrow all taken out. But if we hop on back over to Hometown Squad with Ciriuhs, Juneyy, and Laysix, where are they setting up? Pretty much right dead center in the woods as of this moment. They do have a little bit of traveling to do. One thing they have to keep an eye on, however, is the team that they stole the kill from. Rocky, Archer, and Mendinka are all, like, they don't realize it, but they are on a collision course here with the St. Clair squad if they keep on moving here with this taxi. Does any of the Saints actually spot this out, however, because they are going to be on an absolute collision course in just a second. We see them coming. Is Juneyy going to spot it out, however? I don't think they're going to. Never mind, Juneyy does actually find them, and they're going to opt to try and run, it looks like. Rocky getting ready to set up for a fight, but I think the only one who's really giving him any trouble as of right now is just Juneyy. And even still, he's just kind of doing retreating fire more than anything. Gonna try his best to get himself and the rest of the squad over into the safe zone, set up, and maybe hope for a good storm location so they can be on the inside trying to catch all the stragglers. And out of nowhere, was that aim again? You've seen him do that to a squad earlier in this game. Ciriuhs getting taken down, knocked out nice and quick. And sure enough, I don't know if it was necessarily aim, but it was the same team coming in hot here onto some of the Saints in the car that we do see just passing. Laysix going to try and do a little bit of returning fire, but a nice little warning shot there from that purple squad to really mess with the captain of the Saints. Let's take a look and see kind of the situation here the Saints are dealing with. They're right on the outside, or on the inside of the very, very end of the safe zone. Who do they have behind them? They have a team coming from the ground over there. Kind of see a building just in the far distance. Kind of getting blocked out, though, by another team that's kind of parked over on the road over here. A couple shots fired, but nothing too dangerous as of yet. And then the Saints, they're actually going to opt to try and make a run for it. They don't realize it, but they are going to be right back onto a collision course with AIM and the rest of the squad, as well as the team here. This is actually going to get very messy very quick for them, as they are going to have shots from both flanks. Ciriuhs spots one. There's their team over on the far side there. That's another light blue team as well. Going to make things extremely difficult there for them. Storm location not good for the Saints either. They're going to have to make a run for it. Couple storm surges in, and we still have ourselves 27 teams left in this game, just under 80 players left in the lobby, and we started with 96. Saints in a bit of a rough position, however, being on the outside looking in while everybody else has the high ground. They do not have a very safe way to get themselves into this next storm, this next eye of the storm rather. Ciriuhs getting peppered again from the high ground. That light blue team over on the high ground just doing so much work, messing with Ciriuhs, and Juneyy and Laysix actually taking a decent chunk of damage as well. Saints able to take solace for at least a second here, as we do see a couple other notable names falling here, as that is going to be the last game's winners getting taken down. Another wrench being thrown into the results. Ciriuhs having himself a bit of a rough start to this one. Getting messed with twice of sorts, but still not afraid to peek his head out and try to take a couple shots. Considering there is, of course, another team right around the corner. catch them on the move, but I don't think they've necessarily tagged them for any damage as of yet. Ciriuhs and the rest of the Saints on the move right here, right now, trying to chase them down. They do have to get moving as well, considering the storm location. It is actually right nipping at their heels of sorts. Trying to slowly build a fort into the safe zone, but it's definitely getting peppered, to say the least, using a decent chunk of their resources to try and keep themselves alive. Doinks finding himself a kill as well in the feed a little bit further down, and this is going to get messy, and messy very quick. Juneyy going to fall quickly. It's going to be a kill on the side of Laysix, so he doesn't manage to get that one, but it's going to be Laysix versus the world, as Ciriuhs and Juneyy have both been taken down. The only thing Laysix has in regards to healing is just a mere potion, and there are people all around him. This is going to be absolutely troublesome. I don't see a world where he gets out of this one alive, and I'm sure the teleportation is going to mimic that in just a second, or completely prove me wrong. Laysix found a way to get himself to the high ground and get out and dodge. Everybody else kind of do the battling there, and he's just going for it. Absolutely crazy. I mean, I was saying before, Laysix was always the one who wanted to jump in head first and go for a battle, but 1 versus 3 is definitely insane. And none of this yellow team got messed with either. Shift, Juneyy, and 29 Swerves all literally right below Laysix. I'm sure they realize that, but just don't want to go out of position considering the other teams that are nearby. Storm is just about to get underway as well. Some shots fired as 29 and the rest of the yellow squad on the move. Laysix going to try and get a couple cheap shots here as they try to move. Maybe one final hurrah, one final kill to finish the job before possibly going down, considering his lack of healing items. Keeping himself in this right now anyway. Going to use this fort that they built actually in his favor. Take some shots, and he is not going to be able to get the pop shot he was looking for. 29 swerved, and Shift going to finish the job nicely. That's definitely an early exit for the side of the St. Clair squad. With that happening, let's take a look and see where some of our teams stand here. We can hop on here with Burrito for a second. Of course, we always see them near the holly hedges. The action's so hot, apparently even the servers are having a hard time keeping up with this one. We do see Mandinka from a little bit early here alongside his team, starting to make a move possibly here on to Burrito. And this is going to get extremely nuts extremely quickly. Let's see if we can catch our squads all up in this, all on the dam, either on the high ground or on the low ground. As if the high ground wasn't more or wasn't important enough, how about such a difference like it is right here? All this team, the red team, the blue team, the orange team, all here, able to just absolutely light up anybody who even tries to move. Then anybody who's up here with these sky builds, that is a hell of a fall. You are not surviving that if you get knocked down. Beggs, Mars, I know Mars is a player that I hear quite a bit here in the Fortnite community. Goober, Empty, and CJ still in this one as well. definitely interesting seeing a couple of familiar faces. Royal Pain looking to make a chase onto 7, but he is just absolutely building his way out of there. Good save there from him. Shots to some of the low ground here. The cross chasm battle of sorts. It's going to get really messy though as soon as a storm starts moving, because where are you going to try and build unless you can just build yourself a bunch of stairways? And that's exactly what we see kind of going on here. All these teams up in the high ground, they are waiting for the last possible second. They do not want to give up this position. We see Cut, the lone member of his team, still alive here, trying to make a play. Raska goes down. That was one of the players who took care of the winners from last game. A Complex, Ideal. We remember them from a good finish in game number 2. Storm just keeps getting messier and messier. Let's hop along here with Noms. Why don't we get right into the fight itself? We can see a bunch from the high ground. How a little bit of up close action. Noms getting himself a little bit of a chunk from that shotgun blast. Him and Burrito still in the game, and they're actually having themselves a bit of a quiet game. Normally, these guys find themselves with an elimination or two at this point, but they have not quite found it until possibly right now. Huge refrag coming out here from, I believe that was Crazy. To just stop the teammate from going down. Might still end up going down due to the storm, but at least getting another point out of it. So yeah, Noms is going to find himself a point for his team. But more and more players falling. This is getting quite interesting, to say the least. And I saw purple. Was that Aim's team again? Possibly so. Looks like Burrito is going to possibly get burned down here. Let's quickly hop on over. Let's get our camera back here. I hate how it does not quite follow us. But we see so little spot. There's Aim and Asim. Saw them earlier, of course. Good shots there from Asim as well. Smarty going to find himself a double kill for his team. Meepy and Toastiest Waffles, the winners from game number 1, still in this one as well. Cut, the one-man army, just trying to lay low. Going to tag along to the very tail end. Goober finds himself a kill as well. Smarty gets himself another. Really starting to rein in teams, and it's starting to get really nasty here at the bottom of this section. Never mind the high ground. Everybody is just brawling, and I absolutely love it. Kapler's there. Meepy finds himself another. Where's Coach? There's Toastiest. Gonna hang on for his life. Kapler right there with him. That's actually a team of 3 as well. Coach gonna be in for a rude awakening. Kapler going to take him down. Where is the rest of the squads here? So Wintry up in the high ground. So we kind of Tetris our way through here and try to find the teams at hand. Steve Gremlin, where are you? Does end up just going down. Mars going to take care of him. Meepy leading the charge here with Wintry and Hoax. He's going to take care of this one. It's going to be messy, nice and fast. I want to try and switch over to the first person, but I can't click on him. And by the time I do, it is going to be game over more than likely. Oaks and Wintry, definitely going to be one of the teams I'm going to be looking for. Still 2 players on that team, still alive. 9 players left in this game. Meepy and Kapler taking to the low ground. Meanwhile, we do have Wintry and Hoax up on the higher ground of sorts. Making their way up slowly but surely. Where are the other members, however? We see these 4. Where are the other 5? Getting killed elsewhere. 7. He's still in this game. Meepy going to find himself another. Meepy going down. Hoax is actually going to get finished off here. Meepy with another huge kill. Gets a double. Gets himself a triple as he finds Hoax as well. And 7. Beautifully done there from Meepy. He may end up going down here. Where is the rest of the players, however? Are they all the way up in the high ground? I can't even see him, to be fair. What does he have for healing items? There's actually a lot around him. Can he outwin this one? And he in fact does. Meepy is going to never freaking mind. Okay, he did actually win. Throwing me off a little bit here. But with so much loot here, look at that. Just anything you wanted to possibly pick up to keep yourself in the game. This one had after Meepy finds himself a huge triple kill to finish that one off. Holy smokes, what a game. Definitely an interesting one there. Again, more leaders getting messed with early, and a couple familiar faces this time by at the very tail end of that game. So, going to possibly see a couple of teams start to kind of run away with the top positions. Of course, that's only game 3. Still another 3 more to go here tonight, or until 10:30 hits. So technically, we have only 1 more hour of gameplay at most here. So we'll have to see what ends up going down. I'm going to quickly, once again, jam out a little bit as we do try to catch our current standings and our leaderboard. Definitely going to be a rough one here for the Saints. They were out pretty early considering. Let's see, where does that drop them right now? This is going to be a little bit tough, and I'll show you exactly why in just a second here. Let's see. There we go. Why don't we take a quick look at what we're looking at in regards to finishing. Of course, we want to be exactly where Dip Sage and Tripod is currently sitting. Unfortunately, a little bit worse for wear. A rough round, putting Ciriuhs, Juneyy, and Laysix, our Saints squad, into the 20s. It's getting a little bit rough, but still a little bit of time left to go. So hang tight. Let's see if we can make this comeback and get ourselves back into that top 15 in just a few moments.